You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So, what'll I make you? Good? You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth, even when I lie.
I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So today we're going to talk about probably one of a lot of Americans' favorite character, favorite movie, and it's Scarface, starring Al Pacino as old Tony Montana. And what prompted this video is last night I was watching a video by, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was talking about was Alonzo Harris from Training Day, was he lying or was he telling the truth? He made reference to the bathroom scene, when they get finished robbing Roger and they go to Smiley's house. And, they put him in the bathtub where Alonzo was going to leave Jake at the house to get killed. He says, up until that scene, because that scene solidifies that obviously Alonzo was a two-time and lying person. But up until that scene, was he lying about the things he was saying, about the streets, about the way the world is? And that got me thinking about what Tony Montana said. I always lie, I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So let's break that down. Let's do that. So first we need to start off by clearing the air on that. First we need to say Tony Montana was drunk when he said that. So we can't really take too much stock into what he was saying because he was drunk. Now, most people will say a drunk man's words are a sober man's thoughts. Well, I think that's more true and aligned when you're talking about somebody. Like if I was drunk, I was like, oh yeah, that's why, that's why I fucked your girl, the other day, and then you kind of let it go or whatever. You're like, what? And you kind of call me on that later, next afternoon when I'm sobered up a little bit. Hey man, you said the other night that you fucked my girl the other day or something. Oh man, you know how I be when I'm drunk. See what I mean? So I think we can break what he said down into two little categories. One is that this is my world, right? And whatever I say is the truth. Because Tony was a crazy motherfucker. He was a psycho. So whatever I say goes. It may sound like a lie to you, but to me, it's the truth. And if you call me on it or try to reprimand me or whatever, then you got to say hello to my little friend. No, you got to say hello to my little friend. Like he said in the at the end. I was gonna say the line that I'm referencing is, but that say hello to my little friend. That's so iconic. Everybody knows that line. The second category is a little deeper. I always tell the truth even when I lie. Now, you can lie a couple of different ways. You can straight up tell a falsehood. You can tell something that's not factually correct. You could tell something that's not true, you know, like 2 + 2 is 5. That's factually not true. That's mathematically not correct, right? Now, that's not really a lie, but you know what I mean. Couldn't think of nothing right off the top of my head. Or you can lie by omission. You can leave details out. You see what I mean? And when you do that, you're not lying per se, but you are kind of guiding a certain narrative by leaving certain things out. You see what I'm saying? Uh, and I believe if you want to know more on what I'm talking about, you can just tune into your local news channel to kind of get what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So I always lie even when I always tell the truth even when I lie. It's a funny little line, and the reason I compared him to Alonzo Harris, Training Day, is because well they're both psycho. There's a lot of similarities between the two characters if you really pay attention. Actually, you don't really need to pay attention to in depth. They're both psychopaths. They're both greedy. Uh, they're both murderers. They're both. I'll say maybe Alonzo's a little more fancies women a little more than Tony. You know, we don't see Tony with a whole lot of women. We see him with that one skinny white broad at the club. But I guess he figured, shit. Once the money coming, once I become once I build this empire, the women are gonna be coming anyway, literally and figuratively. If you know what I mean. Alonzo in Training Day. See, with lying is a necessary evil that we have to have in this world. We can't live in this world without the lies. You see what I mean? All you gotta do is look at how, if you're American like I am, our country is founded on lies. They tell you that crime doesn't pay, but the crime pretty much built this country. You got war crimes, you got crimes against humanity. There was murder, there was rape, there was theft, there was commandeering of land, there was destroying of culture. Not pretty sure you probably can't go to court and say, "He destroyed my culture," so but the atrocities were committed to found this country that we live on, that we live in. And lying can also be a good tool to use to throw people off your trail, to protect yourself and your family. You see what I mean? And no matter what, no matter how much of a liar somebody is, somebody has to, you have to tell the truth. There has to be a lot of truth about what you're talking about and who you are as a person. You see what I mean? Because nobody can just be a liar. I don't care who you are, who you know. Nobody can just tell lies 100% of the time, every time they open their mouth. I don't care how bad of a business a certain business is. They have to have good customer relations with certain people because otherwise that business would not exist. You see what I mean? In this life, there has to be a few, it helps if the more the merrier, but it has to be at least one person outside of your family, not your mama, not your daddy, not your brother, not your sister, right? There has to be one person that can vouch for you and say that guy, that person is a solid person. Every time I deal with him, he's ever since I've met him, solid, day one, doesn't lie. Can't think of any. He may never have no crossword. Anytime I give him a task, he does it on time. He does great work, whatever. If you have nobody like that in your life that can vouch for you, then you probably shouldn't be out here lying. Because if you tell too many lies and you do too many people wrong, you're not gonna have. We all need somebody on our side. We all need somebody in our corner, right? So that goes back to what I'm saying. I always tell the truth, even when I lie. well, that's not true. And like I said, yes, Tony was drunk. But just go back to the beginning of the film when he was being interrogated by them U.S. officials. He lied about his origin. He lied about his family because there's a time and a place to lie. People talk about keeping it real. The motherfuckers ain't gonna keep it real when the cops show up. They're not gonna keep it real when the police is behind them. And they're not gonna keep it real in that interrogation room. Most people won't. You see what I mean? So that's the whole. I think it's kind of, it may be kind of weird to say, but like I said, lying it's a necessary evil that we have to have in our life. You know, you just have to know what situation and who to use it on. But we all lie. Human beings lie. That's just what we do. There's no defeating it. There's nobody that has never and will never tell a lie. That if somebody tells you that, that's a lie. You know what I mean? It's a part of our nature. And to wrap it up, some people say, well, what's the point of lying when you know you could get caught? And that right there is the crossroads that I believe in the mindset of being a human being that we can't ever seem to defeat. Why do we do things knowing they're bad? Why do we do things knowing the outcome will not be favorable? Why do we smoke when we know it could give us cancer? Why do we get drunk? Why do we drink alcohol when we know it can give us liver cancer and destroy our insides? Why do we lie when we know we're going to get caught? Why do we rob people in businesses and banks when we know there's a good chance that it could go wrong? I just saw a movie. It's called Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, and they're going to rob their parents. It seems like neither one of them decided to factor in this could go wrong. Somebody could die, or we could just not get the money, or one of us could die. Because see, no matter what scenario we all do in life, there's always a chance that it could go right. There's always a chance that you could get away. You see what I mean? There's always a chance that the odds could be in your favor. So if we use that logic, we wouldn't have crime. We wouldn't have rape. We wouldn't have murder. We wouldn't have infidelity in marriage, plagiarism in college, anything like that. But then at the same time, we wouldn't have people who own businesses. We would have successful people because a risk is a risk. Now, a risk going against the law, breaking the law is very different. But imagine turning that around. We wouldn't have, look at the actors I'm talking about, Al Pacino, Denzel Washington. We wouldn't have these people, we wouldn't have these movies if nobody said, I want to be an actor, I want to be a director, but there's a chance it couldn't work out. So I'm not going to do it. Imagine if everybody said that. I want to own my own business, I want to work for myself, but there's a chance it couldn't work out. Me with what I'm doing right now, I want to be a YouTuber, I want to get paid for my videos, but there's so many people out, nobody's going to watch my channel. Nobody's going to watch my videos. Who am I? No. Almost 3 years ago, I took that chance. And I'm going to keep on doing it because there's a chance that it could work out. So it's just something, something to get your mind going. I always tell the truth, even when I lie. One of the many iconic lines from that movie. Just thought I'd put something on your brain, make you think a little bit. I'd love to hear what you got to say in the comments below. I'll catch you on the next one.